Open your book to page 696. So this lesson is on inverses of matrices. Remember that when you're solving for matrix, right? You're not allowed to do division, so you have to do the inverse. Okay. Just for example, like if you're solving, let's say you're solving algebraic equations, okay, and you're supposed to divide by 3, but if you're not allowed to divide by 3, then what you need to do? You multiply by 1/3, right? So 1/3 is the inverse of 3, right? So what you do is you multiply by 1/3, which is the inverse. Okay. So that's how you get around that. So that's how you get around not able to do the divisions on the matrix. So let's go ahead and go over how to find the matrix. So the formula for matrix is given to you. Okay, so if A equal to A, B, C, D, so A, B, C, D, then the inverse would be equal to 1 over dt of A times. So what you do is the major diagonal, you switch the number. So you're going to get the D and the A, and the opposite diagonal you make into opposite. So negative B, negative C. Okay, so that's what that is. So let's go over some examples of how to do this. Now this is only for 2 by 2 inverse. Okay, for 3 by 3 inverse is extremely messy, so we're not even bother with it. Okay, so let's go to example 1. So you have A equal to 4, 2, negative 4, negative 1, and you're looking for the inverse of A. So inverse of A is equal to 1 over dt. So dt is this one. So it'd be negative 4, right? It's this diagonal minus this diagonal, so minus negative 8. Okay, so that's dt, right? Determinant, right? So it'd be again this diagonal minus this diagonal. So that's that. Okay, and then so make sure you get this done before you start to mess with your matrix. So you switch the number, and you make this opposite, and then you go and work it out. So inverse will equal to 1 over 4 times negative 1, negative 2, 4, 4. Right? Again, work this out first, and then you multiply. So inverse would be equal to negative 1 over 4, negative 1/2, right? Negative 2 over 4 is negative 1/2, right? And then you got 1 and a 1. Okay. And let me see. Oh wait, did I do something bad? Negative 4. Okay. Something is not right. It's 12. Oh, I copied the problem wrong. Okay, there's no negative right over here. Sorry about that. Okay, that makes a whole lot of difference. Okay, so let me change everything. Sorry about that. See, that's why you have to double check. Okay, so this would become 12. So it'd be, see, one negative mess everything up. Okay, 1 over 12, negative 1 over 6. And then this would be 1 over 3. Okay, so 1 over 3, and this is 1 over 3. Okay, there we go. Okay, so again, so 1 over dt, so make sure you get your determinants first. So this is the positive diagonal minus the negative diagonal, and then you get that, and then you switch the number, and then you change the sign, and then after that you work it out, and that's it. Okay. So let's go over example 2. How to use this information to solve equations. So let's go to example 2. So you got 2x minus 3y equal to 1, and you have x plus 4y equal to 6. And remember what I said about the purpose of matrices is to solve lots and lots of equations with lots and lots of variables. But right now, you're just using 2 equations, 2 variables to practice your technique. So don't use elimination to solve. because you're defeating the purpose of what we try to do. Okay? Again, they give you an easy problem for you to practice with your matrices. Okay? So don't solve by I know it is much quicker by using elimination method. Right? You just multiply this by -2 and you add and you solve. Right? But again, that's not the purpose of this. Okay? The purpose of this is to practice your matrices using easy equations. Okay, so first you need to go ahead and write this in a matrix form. So your matrix form would be the coefficient, so it would be 2, -3, 1, and 4. Okay, and your variable would go in vertical. Okay, because remember how the matrix is multiplied, right? Okay, so it'd be 2, -3, 1, 4, right? 2, -3, 1, 4. Okay, and your variable are x, y, right? So that way when you multiply, so you get 2x minus 3y equal to 1. See that? So that's where they came from. So you got 1x plus 4y equal to 6. That's where they came from, right? So that's how the equations and matrix are related, right? So now you're going to solve this, right? Now, to solve this, you need to get rid of that. To get rid of that, you cannot just divide. So you need to multiply by the inverse. Okay? So to multiply by the inverse, I'm just going to put in, because to get rid of this, you need to put it in the front or in the back. So if you put in the back, it's not going to cancel. Right? So to get rid of that, you have to put in the front. Okay? Now because I put this in the front, I need to put this in the front. So again, I put this in the front to cancel these things out. Because I put this matrix in the front, I need to put in the front. Okay, now you cannot put this in the back. But if you put in the back, you have x, y in the middle, now nothing's going to cancel. Okay, remember, matrix, you have to watch the order, right? Okay, so this cancels out. Okay, so now you got x, y. Now you have to solve this, right? Now you have to find the inverse of this. Now remember, inverse, you need to get 1 over det first, right? So this is going to be 8 minus -3. Okay, then you have to do the switching. Then you have to do the opposite sign. Okay, so now all you have to do is work it out. So you got x, y is equal to 1 over 11. Now do not multiply this first. Okay, so what you want to do is do not multiply this in, because you're going to get a lot of fractions. It's going to be very messy. Okay, so these are scalar number. You can multiply anytime you want. Okay, and you can put anywhere you want, because this is not a matrix. So you can switch order you want, whatever you want. So that's going to multiply this first. Okay, so this would be 24 plus 3, so it would be 27. Oh wait, no. 24. Wait, did I do something bad? I think I did something bad. 4, 3. Oh, dyslexic. There you go. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Little bit of dyslexia kick in. Okay, so you got 4 plus 18, so this will give you 22. Okay, and then you have -1 plus 12 give you 11. Okay, so this one your matrix will be smaller. It's not 2 by 2. It's 2 by 1. Okay, so again you seek a nice number, and then you have x, y. You multiply in, so you're going to get 2 and 1. So that means x equal to 2, y equal to 1. Okay, so that's how you solve. Okay. Okay, so let's go and do some practice.